Savannah Craven. Do you all remember her? She was the pro-lifer who was physically assaulted in New York City for being pro-life. Well, guess what happened? The prosecutor just dropped the case. No accountability, no justice. Once again, take a look.
On April 3rd, 2025, I, Savannah Craven Entau, was brutally assaulted in the streets of Harlem while conducting interviews on Planned Parenthood. Not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm saying.
That's really.
Stop telling me.
What's wrong with you?
Stop telling me. Stop my.
You have a.
Oh my God. She just punched me in the face. We were just doing a street interview with my camera and everything was fine for over 20 minutes or however long we were filming, and then she just punched me in the face. Oh my God. The entire shocking interaction was caught on camera by my husband, leaving no doubt that the assailant, Breonna J. Rivers, was not only guilty of aggravated assault, but also exulting over her own vicious criminal act. Rivers was arrested and reportedly charged with felony assault. But after an interview with 2 prosecutors, I was informed that the felony had been downgraded to a misdemeanor. Despite indisputable video evidence of brutal assault and battery, producing significant injury, trauma, and resulting in over $3,000 in medical bills. Over the next few weeks, the Office of the New York District Attorney, Alvin Bragg, infamous for its 2-tiered system of justice that favors criminals over victims, failed to pursue the case. On July 23rd, 2025, I find out the prosecution simply allowed this misdemeanor to be dismissed on speedy trial grounds, apparently due to the prosecution's failure to file a certificate of readiness. I was never advised by the prosecution that my case had essentially been abandoned. As a matter of fact, the prosecutor assigned to handle my case isn't even admitted to the New York bar, just an inexperienced law school graduate. Yet he was able to handle my case under a student practice rule, which is supposed to apply to only very minor offenses. Prior to the dismissal, the prosecutors failed to communicate with me and with my lawyers. And the failure to communicate continued after my lawyers intervened on my behalf to try and find out how this case could be dismissed.
Nothing. We showed the video. It was insane. That young lady, all she did was trying to have another conversation, a civil conversation about pro-life, about abortion. And the girl hauled off and smacked her in the face, punched her. She was bloody and everything. And after all, and then the girl got on social media, this pro-choicer, abortion supporter got on social media. No, she never at one time apologized. She did not, come off remorseful at all. And she did not get any type of accountability for it.
No, of course. It's Alvin Bragg's world to the rescue. I can't wait till he doesn't have a job. I'm going to be honest. He could work somewhere. He could work at McDonald's. I don't care where else he works, but he shouldn't be doing what he. This is outrageous. This is outrageous conduct. This happens all the time. This goes right back to what we said about the clip before with the college campuses. Here's college educated kids that think they can vandalize, they can punch, throw, hit, kick, get away with anything. In fact, in many cases, under Alvin Bragg's justice system, even murder, a violent assault in this case, for her case, and to put a student practice rule in order to allow a student, not an attorney, not somebody who's passed the bar, work this case and drop the ball. As far as I'm concerned, accidentally on purpose, drop the ball and make sure it didn't go through. This is just, it's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle.
But it's not if the roles were reversed, because remember what happened to Bevelyn Beatty. The roles were reversed. Remember, she was accused of blocking a abortion clinic door. Okay. And they wanted to give her over a year's time. They actually did. Yeah. If it wasn't for President Trump pardoning her, she would be in jail today. A stay-at-home mom, a wife. she would be in jail today for praying at an abortion clinic. But they put the full weight of law against her, but this one gets it dismissed.
Yeah, she gets to turn a peaceful conversation into full-on unprovoked brawl, if you see the video. Yes. Because this is not like the camera was in somebody's face. This is not like she had the microphone in anybody's face. No, she just couldn't handle. And this is what demons do. And I'm going to tell you what, they can't handle being faced with truth. They can't handle being faced with Christ. They can't handle being faced. And they lash out as a reaction. And that's what she does in the video. This is what I see on these campuses. It's a evil demonic lashing out, because that's what they do. That's what evil does. And that's also what ignorance does. When you don't have an intelligent argument, and when you don't have self-control, or maybe you're not in control at all, because you've allowed every kind of influence other than Christ into your life, so you don't have control, you lash out. And what makes me angry is that here in the United States, where we have laws that are supposed to be enforced, we let people go with no consequence. So I hope she files a civil suit for over $1 million. I hope she wins. That would be the route that I go. And I would bring this back up. I would ask for a retrial. You name it. I would be reaching out to everybody, because it's everywhere. It's on video. I mean, we've seen it many times. We've played it on both shows. It's a miscarrying of justice, because there was no justice.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is lawlessness, plain and simple. And the Bible says in Isaiah, woe to those who call evil good and good evil. Isaiah 5. But it's just a double standard. And it reveals, how unfair they are in these liberal cities. But folks, it's deeper than that. It's spiritual warfare against those who stand for life. That's what it is. Those not only who stand for life, but who stand for right. For right. This is on college. We saw it on the college campuses. We see it on the street interviews. It's all over. People like Savannah, like Charlie Kirk, like all of these man on the streets, Christians and conservatives, that all they want to do is have a conversation. And we're seeing that these people, these demonic people, get so agitated. They don't want the enemy does not want to get this conversation, these ideas. He doesn't want to let them get out. That's what it is. And so this is clear and simple. It's spiritual warfare. It really is. In all of these cases, this is what we're seeing. America's battle is not left versus right, black versus white. It's spiritual warfare versus God's truth. And, again, these are not isolated stories. They reveal how, again, racial idolatry, lawlessness, and fear are being weaponized by the enemy. And we need to call it out. That brings us to our next video. All right, folks, as you all come in, please hit that like button. We need you to do that. It helps to get this video out in front of a wider audience, and subscribe. We want to hit 11,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We are close. We're already at 8,500. We know we can get it with your help. Please share this broadcast on your social media, in a DM, and please hit that like button as you all come in. Yes, like Allie says, like, share, and subscribe.